We are not talking light speed here, and the sound they make could never drown out a top fuel dragster, but we've tracked down some cars that run on electric current and are built for racing. Battery-powered racing had a home in Woodburn today, and just like a regular drag race, these guys made their sprints down the speedway minus the noise. Some cars can achieve speeds of up to 200 miles an hour. Most were between 40 and 60, though. But what they may lack in excitement, they gain in efficiency.
They're absolutely environmentally friendly. They're virtually maintenance-free. They're convenient to drive and fun to drive.
Electric cars are already on the market, but they're expensive. Most commercial electric cars cost $30,000 to $40,000 each, and the high prices held down their popularity. Still, they cost only a half a cent a mile to operate.
Back home, a revolution taking place on the drag strip. Can you imagine a quiet drag race? Hard to believe, but Derek Castillo reports there's an unusual calm surrounding some dragsters.
Head out to the Woodburn Dragstrip and you'll see a different kind of car.
There's no oil dipstick, there's no radiator, there's no fuel lines.
You'll also hear a different kind of car.
Well, they're sure nice and quiet. I like that about them.
Welcome to the world's first electric drag race. You'll hear the screeching of tires, but nothing else.
There were times there were races going on, I didn't even know it because it's so quiet. If they didn't break loose the tires and they hadn't commented on the PA, I wouldn't have known to turn around and a race was going on. It's so quiet.
It's so quiet because these cars run on electricity. These aren't the million-dollar vehicles you see on the hot rod circuit. Instead, these are your Rabbits, your Fiestas, and your mopeds.
I love the fumes and I love the noise and the fire and the flame. But I tell you what, someday we're going to need to all be driving electric cars. At that time, electric cars will become popular.
It's just different. It's just one thing you've got to see, electric drag racing.
These racing fans say one day electric cars will become very popular. They're inexpensive, they're fast, and best of all, after watching an electric drag race,
I still have my hearing.
And that's a very good thing. Derek Castillo, Channel 2 Sports.
That is amazing, and they go, too.
Thanks, Steve.
The only thing missing in these cars is the motor. Today was the world's first national drag races for electric cars. Dave Duvet brought his converted Volkswagen Cabriolet to town from Colorado. It can do 0 to 60 in about 15 seconds. While that won't set any land speed records, his electric car costs only 2 cents a mile to operate.
It's a high performance, it squeals the tires, it goes over 90 miles an hour. It's not a golf cart or a nerd mobile.
Bill's electric Wabbit, as he calls it, can do 90 miles an hour. He says it cost him about $6,000 to convert from gasoline power. The biggest hazard out on the track wasn't blown engine cords, but electric extension cords.